Hey guys, Connor here with the Motion Visual. Welcome to SPLINE, the Complete Guide. This is lesson 1.5, Intro to 3D Modeling, Part 1, Faces, Edges, and Points. I'm a graphic and motion designer, and I make all the animations you're watching right now using SPLINE. I'm teaching everything I know about the program in this complete guide. Hit the like and subscribe buttons if this guide is something you're using and want to see more of. This is how I know you guys want me to continue, and the engagement makes it all possible. I answer all my comments, so ask any questions you have or make any requests below. That's all the fluff. Let's dive right into this. 3D modeling is the process of constructing or building 3D objects that will make up the essence of your 3D world. I'll be the first to admit that SPLINE in its current form is not exactly the industry standard when it comes to 3D modeling. That being said, SPLINE does have a decent variety of awesome tools for building and modeling in 3D, and their team is constantly updating and rolling out new features on a regular basis. Okay, start a new SPLINE file, set a fun background color, and make a perfect cube. Reset its position, give it a cool color as well. Turn its lighting all the way up in the materials. This will help you see the edges of the shape better. Turn the corner and corner side settings all the way down so you have a perfect cube. Adjust your view to isometric, and now with your cube selected, click the Smooth and Edit button. You'll see it turns into this crappy looking ball shape, kind of like a soccer ball from Nintendo 64. This is from the subdivision modifier, which we'll learn about more in the next lesson, but essentially, it turns your flat and angled geometry into finer and finer curves. In terms of the subdivision modifier, a perfect cube and a perfect sphere are the same thing on opposite ends of a spectrum. As you turn it up, you'll get a more and more perfect sphere, and as you set it to 0, you'll get a perfect cube. Set it to 0 for now. You'll notice your top menu has changed. On the left side of the menu is a set of 3 cubes. These options are the face, edge, and point or vertex options respectively. Each one of these settings allows you to select those aspects of your shapes. Try clicking one side of your cube. Instead of your whole shape being selected, now only this specific side or face of your cube is selected. The face, edge, and points of your cube can all be adjusted in the same way that the shapes or perspectives can be adjusted in SPLINE. They can be moved, scaled, and rotated. Using the controls that you're already familiar with, you'll notice that you're able to move your face up and down, back and forth, or left and right. The same is true for rotating this face. You can twist, skew, and slant the face in respect to the rest of the shape, which stays anchored and unchanged. Next, you'll see you can scale your face to be wider or thinner, taller or shorter, and then you'll notice the last scale control doesn't seem to do anything. Try holding Shift. Now you'll notice that the whole face is scaled to be larger or smaller with consistency. Finally, these little gray circles in the middle allow you to grab and move your face in all directions in 3D space at once. This makes me realize I may have forgotten to teach you guys this in lesson 2. These gray circles allow you to move your shapes around in 3D space as well. Sorry, I'm doing my best here. Okay, now try selecting the edge option and clicking this top edge. The same controls will rotate, scale, and move your edge. Try experimenting with them all and seeing how Shift affects each control. You can see as I rotate, scale, and move this edge around. Last, we have our point or vertex control. With only one point selected, Move is the only control that will have any effect. This brings us to our next step. Select the face option again. Now select one face, then hold Shift and select another adjacent face. Now you have 2 faces selected. With your controls, you'll be moving, scaling, and rotating both of these faces together now. So get comfortable controlling 2 faces at a time. Now do the same with 2 adjacent edges selected. See the different shapes that you can make. Now try selecting 2 points and doing the same. You'll notice selecting 2 points on the same line is equivalent to having the edge that connects them selected. Try selecting 3 points and see what this does. Now try this. Select one point on a cube, Alt-click to rotate your perspective, and shift click the opposite corner point. Now see what happens as you rotate, scale, and move these points together. Pause this video and go back and do the same thing with multiple faces and edges and points selected. Try grouping selections that are adjacent or next to each other. Try selecting faces, points, and edges that are opposite of each other. Try selecting different amounts, 2, 3, 4 points, edges, and faces, and see how rotate, scale, and move changes each time with these different things selected. When we selected these opposite points, we were able to make weird and wonky shapes. But when we select opposite faces and try to scale them, you'll notice the entire cube is scaled in proportion. In this case, this happens because the edges of the two opposite faces share the edges with all 4 unselected faces, and therefore they all get scaled, rotated, or adjusted as well. That's the logic and reasoning behind this specific adjustment. So try to experiment and understand the logic that defines the cause and effects of other adjustments. You can do that now or as homework, but do it. Learn to edit your shapes. Learn to edit your shapes. It will make a huge difference in you being capable of creating all sorts of awesome complexities in your 3D models in the future. We're almost at the end of this lesson. There's a lot that goes into 3D modeling, so I'm gonna break it up into at least 3 different parts. Before we stop, let's try making a few other shapes. Create a cylinder and a pyramid. Select each one, turn down the corner settings so you have perfect edges on your pyramid and a flat top and bottom to your cylinder. Try experimenting with moving, scaling, and rotating the points, edges, and faces of these shapes and all the rest of the 3D shapes. You'll see the videos sped up of me experimenting doing this now. Try doing this yourself. Try doing single selections to start, then selections of multiple points, edges, and faces, and learn all you can about the different ways you can edit all the different shapes. Don't be afraid of the weird ones like the helix. Finally, let's make a sphere. You'll notice the sphere's default setting is to have 64 sides. Turn both of these side settings down to about 12 and turn on the flat setting in your visibility section so your sphere has flat faces, and try making all the same edits to your sphere as well. This is a perfect opportunity for me to show you one last thing you can do in edit mode. With the faces option highlighted in blue in the top menu, hold shift and click your background somewhere to the top left of your shape and drag down towards your shape. A box will appear, like when you're taking a screenshot. You can use this to select multiple faces, edges, or points at once, based on which ones are inside your box when you release the mouse. For your homework, learn to edit your shapes. This is your Spline mantra. Learn to edit your shapes. See all the different ways you can edit each shape. Faces, edges, and points make up the entirety of the 3D world. These tools and actions are the foundation of your skills and will be the support system for how far you can take this. Get it down, practice, and understand these tools inside and out. We'll continue learning 3D modeling in the next lesson, and it'll be useless if you don't get everything you've learned here perfected first. There's some really fun and exciting tools coming up in the next lesson. I know the ones you learned today aren't the most exciting, but like I said, it's going to be the foundation for the good stuff. Awesome. Do your homework, learn to edit your shapes, and I'll see you guys very soon. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons for me really fast. I know you hear this from every YouTuber ever, but it really makes the difference here on whether or not I can keep going with this thing. The support does mean so much to me. Do your homework, post any questions, confusion, suggestions, or messages to me in the comments. Let me know what you want to learn in the future. This is an even more impactful way to show your support, so don't hesitate to say anything you want below. I answer every last comment. I'll see you guys in lesson 1.6 for 3D modeling part 2. I'm Connor with the Motion Visual. Peace.